Students. Now this is problem 1.311 from IE Irdo and the topic is elastic properties of materials. Students as well as teachers normally prefer or tend to skip this topic, and the reason is it is not as interesting as you find mechanics, electricity and other units, but it is something which is very important for your engineering courses. Understanding of elastic property is very important, very important. So I took this problem for IE Irdo, which is 1.311, and the main purpose of the question is to test your concept regarding work done when you deform any elastic object. Whenever we deform any elastic object, we say we are creating strain in that object, strain, and whenever we develop some strain in the elastic material, we need to perform a work. As far as concept is concerned, the amount of work for the elastic material for the unit volume, the work which is required for the unit volume is given as 1 by 2, it's Young's modulus Y and strain square. So if somehow you can find out the strain in the material, then you can find how much work we have to do for the unit volume. In this particular question, we have a steel band of given dimensions. That means you have a band like this. You have a rectangular band of length L. This is H, and it has certain thickness also. This band has a certain thickness that is given as delta. So this is my band. This is a rectangular band. Its thickness is given as delta. Now we are deforming it, and we are deforming it by the process which is assumed to be elastic within the elastic limit. That means Hooke's law can be applied in this question. And you want to make a hoop out of the steel band. Hoop out of a steel band means we will fold this and we will convert it into a cylindrical material, that is hoop, just like this. It is like this. So if you will start turning from this side, you will turn from this side and you will fold it. You will fold it just like you roll the carpet. The way we roll the carpet, the same way this material has been rolled into a hoop structure. Obviously, we are rolling it along this axis. We are folding it along this axis. So this length of cylinder will be taken equals to H. The thickness of this hoop, this portion, the thickness of the hoop will be same as delta. So this thickness is delta. Now the main concept is calculation of strain. For that, if I consider the average layer, if I consider the mean radius of this cylindrical hoop, and I assume that the mean radius of cylindrical hoop is same as this length L, right? Remember, if we have this paper and if we try to fold it as a hoop, then this dimension this dimension of paper, if you convert it into a hoop cylinder, then the circumference of that cylinder will be same as this dimension. And this is what exactly we are doing in this question. So this mean circumference, average length of the circumference. So if R defines its mean radius, let's say R defined the mean radius, then you can write one equation for that mean radius as circumference 2 pi r corresponding to the mean radius should be equals to its length L. Point number 1. I will redraw the figure with enlarged view, magnified view, and I will just draw this cross section portion. I will just draw the cross section part to have a better understanding. So this is like this. The figure will look like something look like this. Its mean radius, average radius, which is taken as small r, corresponding to that average radius, the circumference is equal to the length L. Now if I consider a layer which is x distance from the mean radius, if I move x distance from that mean radius, we will find a new layer, and the circumference of this portion will be 2 pi r plus x. This x is from the mean layer, average. So this is the circumference of this layer, right? The average layer, or you can say the mean radius r, and the circumference corresponding to the mean radius r is 2 pi r equals to L, and it has no strain because L is the natural length. So this middle layer is without any strain, and all the other layers are having strain. And following the definition of strain, strain for this layer should be 2 pi x over 2 pi r, 2 pi x over 2 pi r, which is L. That is stretch or deformation in the length divided by undeformed length. Follow the definition of strain. Now the strain has been calculated, and if strain has been calculated, we will use this expression for finding our work done. So it is 1 by 2 Young's modulus strain, which is 2 pi x by L, square of that value, and we will shift this volume to the right side now. We will shift the volume to the right side, and we will not consider the entire volume first. We will consider a volume in a differential form. You will consider a volume in a differential form whose width will be dx. And the volume corresponding to this dx part will be area corresponding to this dx part, which is 2 pi x dx. Remember, circumference is 2 pi x and this width is dx, and this length which is going inside, because this dx portion will be extended inward. So if this dx portion is extended in other dimension, and this dimension is the length of cylinder, which is actually h. So this area, which is 2 pi x dx, is now multiplied by this length h for volume part. So it is 1 by 2 strain square into Young's modulus, and then the differential volume portion. So this is the work done for this dx portion only, and to get a total work done, you will integrate this expression by putting the limit of variable small x. And remember, the variable x is measured from the mean layer, average layer, and this total thickness is given as delta. So if the mean layer is our reference, we are considering the mean layer as a reference, then from this reference layer, delta by 2 will be on this side and minus delta by 2 on the other side. So your limit of integration from minus delta by 2 to plus delta by 2. So this will be your total work done. Sorry, one mistake is there. The circumference of this portion will be actually 2 pi x plus L also. Plus L will also be there because the total radius of this layer is now r plus x. So this circumference of dx portion will be the circumference corresponding to this dx layer will be of radius r plus x. So its circumference will be written as 2 pi. Instead of x, it should be, I am correcting it, it should be 2 pi r plus x into dx into h. Extremely sorry for the mistake. Now we will integrate it, and while integrating it you will find a term which is fourth power of the delta. You will find a term fourth power of delta. And if you look at the data given in this problem, delta is in millimeters, whereas length is in meter and height is in centimeter. So delta is a very small value. Here you will get a term which is fourth power of delta. You will neglect that term which is fourth power of delta. And if you neglect that fourth power of delta factor, then your answer will be pi square h delta cube E over 6 times of L. And if you put the numbers in this, you get a numeric answer which is 0.08 kilojoule. Not an easy problem. You have to think about this fact. You have to think about calculation of strain portion. You have to think about the work done per unit volume is half Young's modulus into strain square, right? And then you have to be careful while integrating this result. As I did a mistake while writing the circumference, I am sorry for that mistake, but you can also perform any kind of mistake at any step. So be careful while solving this question, and it is very, very important question as far as JEE is concerned, right? Thank you.